Not, I'm a little nervous. It's been a while. Is this thing still on? Hi everybody, welcome. I'm Cyrenna. It's been a minute. It's been 365 days and minutes actually. So I am back. I'm back on YouTube. I am being consistent this year in 2025. My keywords this year are consistency and discipline. And those are two things I'm going to make happen this year. So we're starting with YouTube. So I would like to reintroduce myself to you guys while filming my get ready with me look. This is a look that I like. If I know I'm about to go somewhere, I can throw this on quickly with some of my favorite products that I'm using. So let's go ahead and get to the video and allow me to reintroduce myself. I'm gonna start with the Refi face primer, and it's actually one of these like rolly face primers. So I think it's kind of cool. I was on the hunt for it for a minute, finally found it, but yeah, it's just one of my go-to face primers. Elf orange color corrector, I'm gonna put it right over there, and then a few other dark spots that I had along my jaw. I think that's about, well, I always do this, like, I call this my Harry Potter scar. I don't know where this dark mark came from in the middle of my forehead, but it is definitely giving Harry Potter, but let's get that taken care of. So to cover up the orange color corrector, I'm gonna go over with this NARS. It is a concealer, soft matte complete concealer, and I'm laughing at the color name. It's dark chocolate, but this looks so milk chocolate to me. Sure, so let's go ahead and cover that up. No, it looks a little crazy right now. Work with me. Look nuts. Okay, now that the color correction is here, let's get into the reintroduction. Hello. It's been a while. I think the last time I posted a video may have been a year ago, but I'm back. 2025, we're here to be consistent and disciplined, and I'm going to stick to it. Mark my words, okay? But first of all, I'm going to go in with this NARS light reflecting foundation. I have not used this in a while, and I hope it does not come back to bite me in the boom boom. This is New Caledonia, and I hope this is my correct shade. It's been a minute since I've used it. So anyways, hi, I'm Cyrenna. I am 30 years old. Oh, that hurts to say. I'm 30. I live in the DMV, Virginia to be specific, Northern Virginia. Anything past Richmond, we don't really acknowledge. But Richmond is not the DMV. It stops at Springfield, okay? The DMV area, if there is not a metro stop in your city, you are not a part of the DMV, okay? Springfield, we just barely made it. But I am a part of the DMV, okay? Not born, but raised here. Was born in San Diego. Oh, that's a pretty good foundation match. Born in oh, see, and I knew I shouldn't have worn. Okay, we're good. Born in San Diego, California. My dad was military. And then we moved to Italy. We moved to Naples. There's a military base there. And then after Italy, so mind you, I was like a baby during all of this. I only remember a little bit. So after we went to Italy, then we moved to Puerto Rico. And I think by that point I was like 3 years old. Was I 3? Yeah, I was like 3. Yeah, I was a toddler. I was 3. So I, again, like vaguely remember. I just like remember us having a really bad hurricane, and our power was out for like a few weeks, and all the iguanas. But that's all I remember about Puerto Rico, and I'm so upset because to live there I know was probably a vibe. Oh, this foundation looks really good. Purr. Okay, shout out NARS. Shout out to NARS. So yeah, after living in Puerto Rico, then I was probably 4 or 5. Then we moved to Norfolk, Virginia. If anybody's out there and you're putting places together, my dad was in the Navy. So there's a military base in Norfolk, Virginia. And then we were there for a little bit and then came up to Springfield, where I have since landed, and I think I was in no, and I think I was in elementary school by this point. Yeah, I like just started second grade by this point. We did second grade up here. For my contour, I'm going to use this Patrick Ta. It is the cream contour and powder bronzer duo. So anyways, after we got up here, can you see? Yeah, you can see that. After we got up here, I did second grade up here. So that was honestly, I think 2001, boom, 9/11 happened. That's another story. My father is fine, okay? So yeah, and I've been in Springfield ever since. Like I said, I'm now 30. I love the DMV. I really do. But I would like to spread my wings and go elsewhere. Like, I don't think people are meant to stay in one place for their entire life. And especially me, like, I just like to learn so much and experience new things. I think I've got all that I am going to get out of the DMV. I do have another place in mind, and I've only been there once, but I would like to go back again and make sure that that's the right choice, because I just need to go. I don't know where I know where I want to go. I just need to leave. I'm gonna go in with this, it's a camo blush liquid concealer from e.l.f. and it's a terracotta color. They call it Bronze Bombshell, but I'm gonna put this Fire Moon House Labs blush on top of it after, just to get a little, you know, a little terracotta kind of look. So let me go in with this Bronze Moon. So what I was saying, yeah, been in the DMV my entire life, ready to spread my wings. I don't know if I've said this, my birthday. So I am a Gemini, May 31st, like right on that cusp. You know, June Geminis are a little crazy. May, I just barely made it, okay? So my big three, rising is a Gemini, sun is a Gemini, and my moon is a Pisces. I don't know much about Pisces other than they're like very emotional, and that's like water. I can kind of see that in myself sometimes, but I don't know. It's fighting for its life with that Gemini. Two Gemini, yeah, I don't know, man. But that's just me. A great time. And I know the orange looks crazy right now, and I'm starting to like put my blush underneath my concealer because I like the way that when the concealer is on top of it, it looks a little more like natural and like flushed. So let me go ahead, and I have two concealers I'm working with today. We're gonna do this House Labs, this is the lighter color, so I'm gonna do it like more on my inner, and then this is LYS. I do not know if it's pronounced Liz or just LYS. Great products, by the way. I have a blush stick and then a contour stick. All great products, and I was like, you know what, let me try this concealer. Love it, and it's super affordable at Sephora. Can't beat it. So like I said, Gemini, so I tend to go off on tangents, but you know, eventually we get back to the point. So I went to school. I'm like, where should I continue my life story? Get to know me. So after growing up in Springfield, Virginia, then I went to school, college. Let me say, I started at Old Dominion University down in Norfolk. Baby, I did not finish there. Now, Norfolk is a special city. It has a lot of great things to it. I think this concealer this is like just a tad bit lighter. Norfolk, what can I say? Such a great city, just not the city for me. Okay, so let me backtrack. So Norfolk, or ODU rather, it's an open campus, and I don't know how many other colleges are like that, where the campus, the surrounding neighborhoods is just like residents of Norfolk, Virginia. So people could kind of walk on the campus, walk through the campus, which in the daytime was not a problem because, you know, I felt safe, like it's the daytime. Once it got to be nighttime and we are at parties, and, you know, parties are off campus, and some people would like rent the houses next to campus. So again, we're just right in the neighborhood. So some kind of residents of Norfolk would think they could then walk into the party. Nah, no, that can't happen. There's, you know, we're children, we're 18 years old. I do not condone underage drinking, but it's college, it happened. So having folks who did not go to that college just kind of walking through the parties was a bit much. The violence there in the city of Norfolk, I feel like every morning on the weekend I was waking up to like different alerts from the school. It was like, oh, there was a shooting, or it just wasn't what I was looking for in a school. So I did my freshman year there and the fall semester of my sophomore year. Then I transferred back up here and just finished at George Mason. So your girl did get her Bachelor's of Arts in Communication with a concentration in Public Relations from George Mason University. Thank you. Okay, so you see how the blush looks a little bit better. It's still a little orange, but I can fix all this. So I'm gonna go in with the other part of that powder bronzer duo and kind of darken up this face. Another thing I guess I should say, since I do beauty videos, I rarely do my eyebrows because they are microbladed. So if you do see me like just touching up the ends with like a pencil, I think I got my brows microbladed. It's been, ooh, what is this, 2025 now? It's been about going on 3 years, I think. So for them to be holding up like this, which I do need to see if I need to come back and get them kind of touched up, but I think they look pretty good. Definitely the best investment I've done, because they, like, at first I just had like, I have a bunch of hair in the front, but if you can see, like, this back part is really shaded. Like, I didn't have any hair back here, so I did get like the hair light strokes in the front, but then towards the back she just kind of like shaded it like a tattoo, and they've been good. For the eyes, so like I said, we're sticking with a neutral look. We're going to use the Makeup by Mario. This is the Master Mattes eyeshadow palette. If you know me, I'm so quick to throw on just a basic kind of neutral eye. So I think I will use these two darker shades in my crease, and then honestly probably one of these lighter shades on my lid. Once I graduated from college, I then went ahead and got a big girl job, and I've been doing that ever since. I mean, not that same job, but you know, the whole workforce, the whole workforce thing. So yeah, you're probably wondering, so then when did you start making content? So I think I've always been like really interested in creating content and doing beauty videos and things like this. I think when I was still in college, so that had to be like 2015 or 16, but I was never really like consistent with it. Or I think when I first started, I really did care a lot like what my friends thought. Like, you know, it's always like, oh, okay, well, she's just trying to be different, she's trying to do this, and like sometimes it is embarrassing like being in your hometown and like just doing things that people usually don't do. So I think when I first started, I was definitely kind of like cautious of, you know, what I was doing, and now I'm like, I don't care, I'm having fun. But yeah, when I first started, I was a little nervous, I would say. So I've been creating content probably since 2016, but consistently it's been since like probably 2020, when everybody had time to just sit in the house. Working from home, being remote, definitely gave me a lot more time to sit and like think of content ideas and actually have time to execute those ideas. Matte, and I really wish there were names on the back. It's just matte 1 through 12. So I believe this is just matte number 4. Love the creativity there. I've been creating content consistently since 2020, and honestly, a lot of people have asked me, like my friends, they're like, do you think you could ever see yourself like doing this full time? And I don't think I don't know. I can't say yes or no, because unfortunately I like having I like having like a consistent, like steady paycheck. Like I've seen some influencer like, you know, your paycheck changes from month to month and you gotta, you know, put in harder work some months, you know, if you wanna, like, you just really gotta work for your income. I'm not saying that in your 9 to 5 you don't have to work for your income, because that's not true, but like you are getting a consistent steady paycheck every 2 weeks, 15th, 30th, once a month, whatever your pay schedule is. Like, you know what you're getting. I don't think I could ever be comfortable with not fully knowing or calculating what could come in that month. I know it's a real skill, because I know people have to budget and all this. Listen, I like my healthcare. I like the benefits. So I don't think I could fully be comfortable unless I'm like, I don't know, Beyonce level. I don't think I could ever be fully comfortable with just being an influencer. Because I also I like working. It's weird. I like working. So right now I do like work in communications, but I'm trying to like find things. So yeah, right now I do work in communications, but it's not necessarily the field I would like. If I ultimately, like, my dream job, I know people are like, who dreams of labor? Unfortunately, those of us who gotta work. So my dream job, I think, would to be like, do what I'm doing now, which is like social media, managing websites, that kind of thing, but for a beauty company, because I just feel like that would be so fun. I don't know if I shared what that last product was, but it was this Sephora Micro Smooth Powder, and I like to just put it along my jawline, because for my under eyes I'm using the Huda Beauty, this is Kanufa, I believe that is, setting powder. And I don't know, I don't like putting that on like all of my face, just under my under eyes. So I'm gonna go in with this little like beauty sponge, this little triangle for my under eyes. But yeah, back to I don't know, I just like would like to work for a beauty company, like work in corporate, the best of both worlds. And I also don't think I would ever want this to feel like a job, like where I'm ever like, oh, like I don't want to, like if I don't want to film today, if I don't feel like it, like I don't want to sit in front of a camera and have to film because like my income depended on it, because then like as people that watch me, y'all would be like, her heart's not in anymore, she's here for the check. And like I don't want y'all to clock that because that's not fun. Like, yeah, nobody wants to watch that when they know like your heart's not in it. So yeah, I never want creating content to feel like a job. So that's why I think I like it as like this little side hobby, and like, you know, going to restaurants, taking my little pictures and doing this like fun thing on the weekend. And then when it comes Monday through Friday, you know exactly where to find me, in front of my computer, just on Outlook and Teams. Okay, I really like this Morphe setting spray. Is Morphe still in business? Because there used to be the Morphe store near me in the mall, and I think they shut down all their brick and mortar stores. You know what, I take that back. I've seen them in Ulta still, but I just like have not seen anything socially from them, or like, I don't know, I just haven't heard anyone say the name Morphe in a while. And this is the, what's this? L'Oreal Infallible 3-second setting mist. This comes out like hairspray. So I'm just not even gonna talk. And it's so strong, but it works. Then I take my little fan and make sure everything is dried down. And I like to do that before going on to my mascara and like my eyes, because I don't know, I never like want to run the chance of my mascara getting wet and then ruining everything. I can't believe I've gone this long into the video and not mentioning my baby. This is Ty. I call him TT. Not that that's any shorter, but TT, look, oh, TT. He's like, what's going on? You haven't seen his cameras out in a while, have you? Anyways, Ty is, how old are you? 10, almost 11. This is insane. I got him when he was a little puppy. So I got TT when he was literally 9 weeks old. And when I first brought him home, he's my first ever dog. And I didn't know that dogs are like still on bottles. So I gave him, I put all his food in a bowl, and he kind of looked at me like, girl, I can't eat this. And luckily the girl that I got him from, like, she gave me his baby bottle and he still had some, I guess, formula. I don't know what he was drinking. And so once we finished that, and then I remember giving him food. I didn't know that dogs lose their teeth. Like, this was just a whole learning experience. So yeah, TT is 10. And that's my rider. That is my child. I gave birth to him. That is my child. Lately, I've been liking myself without lashes. I used to be an avid, like, getting my lashes done all the time. I think after the pandemic, I was getting my lashes done consistently for probably a year and a half. Like, it was, if I look back and think of how much money I spent getting my lashes done, it was a good check, because you're getting them done every 3 weeks, because when you have lash extensions, I never really noticed how often my lashes shed until getting lash extensions, because then when your lash extensions shed, you start to look a little bald and look crazy. So yeah, I was getting my lashes done faithfully every 3 weeks. So I unfortunately had to break myself of that habit. And then I started to become, again, like I was saying, more consistent with filming content, and I was starting to get, like, brands were starting to send me stuff, and a lot of them were sending lashes. And just, I don't know, I just feel like with lash extensions, your look is always the same. And being a content creator, I wanted to kind of switch things up. Like, if I wanted a bigger, more volume kind of lash, I want to be able to throw that on. And I was like, you know what, I think I'm gonna have to put this to the side for now. But when I do go out of the country and stuff like that, I will go back to her and be like, girl, hook me up, because nobody's trying to fool with lashes on vacation. So I say all of that to say, applying these Eylure Luxe Faux Mink, they're half lashes, which I'm really liking, because I feel like my natural lashes have come along. Like, look at this. I know. So these are my natural lashes, and then the half lashes just go, like, towards the middle and, like, on, just to give a little. But yeah, like, even you can see on the back of the package, like, yeah, this is what we're going for. While the lash glue is drying, I am, like I promised, gonna go back in with my blush, and this is the Haus Labs Fire Moon. Like, we're already kind of, when you see this blush, I feel like it just really brings everything together. And you're probably like, Cyrenna, I can't even tell. I love it so much. I love it, I love it, I love it. Go ahead and cue the Fantasia clip. And we're back with some lashes on, okay? Like I said, it was not going to happen on camera. Not that it's not a pretty process, it just, not everything needs to be filmed, okay? Let's go ahead with this is a NYX Line Loud Lip Pencil, and the color is Rebel Kind. It looks like just a dark brown shade, like y'all can see that, can't you? Yeah. And then we're gonna get into this gloss. This is the Lawless, and the shade is Nudie. Okay, and the last question, which, because everybody's nosy, Cyrenna, do you have a man? Are you single? What's your relationship status? Single as a Pringle, okay? Dating in the DMV could honestly be an entire separate video on its own, because it is like, there are so many beautiful women out here, and our selection of men, I think because the men know there's a lot of options out here, nobody ever wants to settle down. Because why settle when the world is your oyster? There's so many women out here. You know, everybody's just trying to, you know, play the long game. Anyways, so I say all that to say, no, single as a Pringle. Looking, I don't know. If it happens, it happens. But I'm honestly just focused on my goals, filming these videos, filming this content, doing my job, and just being me. This is our finished makeup look. I think it looks good. This is typically my go-to if I know I'm about to go somewhere, we have an event. I just already know, okay, here's the basics. We can switch up the colors, but this is what I always do. I love these half lashes. But again, this is my look. this is me. Thank you for watching my video of me reintroducing myself to you guys. And again, if you're new here, welcome. If you're not, hey girl, hey. I hope you like this little reintroduction. I will be more consistent in 2025. I pinky promised me, okay? I will be consistent. But yeah, it was great filming this, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and see you in the comments.